Hello and welcome to Divorce Sanctuary. My name's Elizabeth. I'm a woundologist, author, and speaker. On this channel, I'll talk about healing from emotional abuse and divorcing emotionally from the abuser. Have you been asking yourself whether it's possible to lose your identity after an emotionally abusive relationship? That's what I want to talk about today. When you come out of these relationships, there are so many questions, and it might be that you go through the process of wondering if only you'd done something, perhaps if you hadn't done something, maybe if you'd said something, if only you hadn't said something, believing this is all your fault. And yes, it is really possible that you've lost your identity. During the idealization stage, they told you how amazing you were together. They told you you're soulmates and that you were meant to be together. And this was feeding into you. You're seen and heard on a level that you may never have been seen and heard before. But what they were also doing was playing the victim. And during that exercise, what they were doing was telling you all the things that their exes did. Now, you're in this amazing relationship, so you believe, and you're hearing this information and you're processing this information, and they're telling you all the reasons that they are not now with their partner. And on a subconscious level, you're taking this information, you're storing it, and you're remembering never to behave in that way. You're then taken to the next stage, devaluation. All the things they found so amazing about you, they now criticize you for. They're now using their ex to create jealousy. They're now helping their ex up the ladder towards the top of the pedestal that you are just going to tumble from. So you might experience this triangulation where the ex is now in your relationship. You're compared to this person. And then comes the discard. Now, it will be temporary at first, and they will take you round and round this cycle of abuse. They will idolize you. Oh, they made a mistake. You made a mistake. You misheard them. You didn't understand them. And they take you back round to devaluation, where they then criticize you again. And the period between each phase gets shorter and shorter until the final discard. This is when you have nothing left. It might be that you've run out of resources, you've run out of money, you aren't giving them the attention. There's nothing left of you, that your self-esteem is on the floor. And during each stage, what you're doing is handing over a part of yourself. This is why you do not know who you are when you come out of this relationship, because they created a mask for you. They created one for themselves. They listened to you. They understood who you were looking for in a relationship. Then they created one for you. There were unrealistic expectations put upon you. They created a vision of their soulmate, and then you're expected to live up to and become a person that you're not, as well as remembering what their exes did wrong and why they aren't in a relationship with them. And this is one of the reasons why it's so hard. You're breaking chains, you were manipulated, you were tricked, you were coerced, and you're left wondering, did they ever love me? So the answer to the question, is it possible to lose your identity in an emotionally abusive or narcissistic relationship? The answer is yes. You were becoming, and you were coerced into becoming, a different person, somebody that you weren't. You come out of these relationships with low or no self-esteem. And there are three things that you can do today. The first one is grounding. Live from your body and not from your head. Your head has been tricked. It's been lied to. Take your focus to the center of your chest and see a cord running down from there, and it goes out and it goes down your legs. And much like the roots of a tree that spread into the earth, see that happening from your feet, and then go to the center again and take the cord going up and anchor it somewhere in the universe, whether that's the sun, the moon, or somewhere else. And feel centered. You can do this by jumping up and down. You can do this by rubbing your feet on the floor, walking barefoot. The second thing you can do is breathe. Learn the box breathing technique, where you count and breathe in. You hold your breath for a same number, And then you breathe out, counting for the same number, and hold again for the same number. And you repeat this. And it serves with two purposes. One, it's calming the nervous system down. And two, you're counting from a different part of your brain. When you start doing that, you're taking the focus away from the rumination. And the third one is to have honest conversations with yourself when you're in pain. Go inside. And all that means is speak to the wound, speak to the pain. What is it that you really want? And you will more than likely find a young child that needs attention, that craves the love that it's missing, that it was promised, that it was expecting. When the final discard comes, your body is used to this. It's used to being discarded. But what doesn't happen is they don't come back. You were trained over a period of time with the cycle of abuse. It's idealization, devaluation, discard. And that happened on a regular basis. But this time they haven't come back. And there'll be someone craving the attention, good or bad, it doesn't matter. You've been trained like a dog to expect the hormone hits, and they don't come this time. But you can do this yourself. So you can find somewhere quiet, and where it hurts, speak to whoever it is that needs the attention. You might find a 3-year-old child that just needs a hug. Give yourself a hug. It just needs love. It just needs to be seen and heard. That was what I experienced. Yours might be slightly different, but the grounding and breathing and the honest conversations, I promise you, will help you heal on a deep level. If you'd like to find out more ways of working with me, you can head over to my Instagram account, The Emotional Divorce Warrior. You'll see a link in my bio, and you find different ways of working with me there. Sending you loads and loads of love until next time.